Hello everyone. Thank you for coming. So I am Marie Adventure and our topic for today is why CCA quit. CCA stands for City Carrier Assistant. So I'm talking about the new hires, the seasonal and new hires. I'm not talking about the regulars, okay? So I was scanning my comments and I noticed that even though I talk about mostly about mail handler and mail processing assistants, there are some CCA and RCA that contributed to the comments. So I would like to feature them because I'm not a CCA and I cannot give you anything about input about it. So I would like to read the comments of the CCA and RCA regarding why they quit their job. So, let's get into it. First, I'm going to make myself smaller so we can read the comments. Okay, bear with me if you cannot see my face. Okay, so this is from Avian M. She said the reason why people quit the USPS is because they treat the new people poorly. When I say poorly, you get the end of the stick. Supervisors are cranky. I was a CCA for 4 months and cried every day after work. I was left to figure things out on my own. I had to work 60 to 70 hours a week, including Sunday with no day off. While people who work 10 to 40 years would come in and leave by 2 p.m. or have days off. If they were the if they were to change the health benefits and give us PTO when we first get hired, it's worth it. But you're really just trying to keep a job that doesn't want to keep you. Health benefits is important. That is one of the reason I left. And poor management and their LLV. Can I say the word SUCK? I don't know if I will get a strike. I almost died in those things. I was freezing cold and crying, praying the heat would work. So, Avian, thanks for your contribution. Thanks for sharing your experience and why you quit the USPS as CCA. But I think she's not really telling all the negative stuff because she's talking about the PTO that she wished that she also got the PTO because as a mail processing assistant, I do not have an insurance. I do not have a health benefits, and I also do not get paid during holidays or weekends. So I understand what she's going through, and thanks, Avian. So let's proceed to another letter. Okay, it's from Danny Walker. Okay, Danny says, I retired as a city letter carrier over 10 years ago, and it was bad then. It's then, okay? It's not today. The post office is making Amazon a ton of money by delivering their packages at their loss. The post office should say no or charge enough to make it profitable, but that will never happen because they have some law that says the post office is not allowed to compete with private industry. Back in my day, the post office could have put UPS out of their business in 1 week if they had been allowed to compete. The post office will lose most of that parcel business when Amazon finishes building out their delivery infrastructure. The post office and unions have not done a good job with these casual positions. They have been abused since the beginning, and it's worse now than ever. So, are you a CCA? If so, please feel free to give your comment down below and let us know if you have the same experience as Danny. Okay, so Danny was talking about the Amazon packages that USPS was handling for them. Let's go to Miss Vaughn. Okay, after 1 week, I've recently experienced a similar story as an RCA, Regional Carrier Assistant, and discovered that the entire postal system, for the vast majority of locations, is evil, and any normal negative thing that happens to you is your fault. The entire system is chaotic, ball of untrained, horrible, evil, uncaring, callous management lunatics with lots of financial waste, zero onboard training, and completely unsafe environment. It's a flipping travesty. So, Ms. Vaughn, I used to have a supervisor that is have the same traits as you were explaining here, so I understand. I had my own share of this type of supervisors too. So let's proceed to the next one. This is quite a long story. Okay, it's from ATY94. I used to work for the post office as CCA for 6 months. Let's make this bigger. I can see it. Okay. I used to work for the post office as a CCA for 6 months. I started in January. I resigned because when I started the job wasn't hard or easy. It was something in between. But the problem started when the COVID-19 happens. Well, yes, we also had the same problem when the COVID-19 happens. The job went from bad to worst, too much of work and no time to eat sometimes. I used to spend more than 8 to 12 hours walking with no lunch. I got skinnier but wasn't feeling healthy because I wasn't eating properly. Even though I used to bring food with me, it wasn't enough because I got hungry really quick. I eat my lunch in 2 minutes. I didn't have the time to take my 30-minute break, so I was feeling exhausted the all the all day. And even when I wake up the next day, I was feeling like crap. Everything I was coming to my home, I eat, take a shower, and immediately go to bed. I didn't have time to do anything in my house or in my social life. I don't know how I last 6 months, to be honest. Working as a mailman is not easy, especially now with this pandemic, with people ordering those packages from Amazon. Amazon is abusing the post office. Sometimes I wonder if I was working for post office or Amazon, because I was tired of the high volume of parcels coming from Amazon and the Amazon Sunday. I don't understand why we have to do Amazon Sunday. They have to give us 2 days off so we can rest properly and have more energy to work. Because working for the post office is the modern slavery. They want you to be efficient. Uh, this letter needs punctuation, but anyway, I'm just gonna go through it. To be efficient instead of making their outdated system more efficient. For example, when I see Amazon guys, I see them using a more efficient delivering system. They have a modern scanner that tell them where they need to go and how many package they have to deliver there and how can they load the truck according to the system. Meanwhile, the post office, even though they have a similar system with that with the MDD that doesn't work, it makes so many mistakes. So you end using your own navigation skill. But the problem of being a mailman is when they send you to different stations and places, you have to figure out where you're at. So that's why Amazon guys don't need to have experiences like said, but post office don't want to invest in their infrastructure to make the job better for everyone. Instead, they want you to be a multitasking guy that does everything for them because they short in staff. So yeah, I used to do scanning instead of casing when I was in my last station because they were short staff. The manager complaining about some carriers coming back late because her bosses were given her complaint about some carrier coming back late. But she didn't understood that the station is big and we are short in staff and the parcel volume on the station was ridiculous, plus bad infrastructure that needs some improvement. It's modern days. So yeah, I understand because when I was working as a dock clerk, I also have problem with our scanners. Some are working, some are not. So but you know, there's a form that you can fill out manually. So whenever my scanner is not working, that's what I do. But I understand, you know, there are things that needs to be updated in the USPS, you know, especially the infrastructure and the essential tools, you know, like the scanners. So me and other CCAs quit the post office for being a slavery house and for abuse the worker, especially the CCAS. I quit because I was feeling sick and weak of amount of work and stress you get from management and stupid work. But I think overall the post office will be a better place to work if they stop blaming on the worker everything, especially supervisors. Those people tend to forget there was a time where there used to be carrier and know how tough the job can be. They get more staff to complete the task they train for instead of sending people with no training on that area to fulfill post office needs and blame them for not knowing what to do. Yeah, I understand. Uh, I was I was thrown in different sections, different areas, and with no training. I understand that it does happen frequently, actually, but I think it's up to you to adjust. You know, USPS is a hard job, especially if you're new, and I haven't had an experience where things were easy. You know, except for some of my coworkers because when they get there, they already have friends inside, so they know that slacking is okay. But for a newbie and green like me, I didn't know what to do. I was working my A off, and I didn't know that you're not supposed to be like that. You just, you know, don't work too little, don't work too much, just right, you know. So I'm sorry to hear what happened to you, ATY, and to the rest of the people who put their comments on my videos. So before you apply for a CCA, maybe you would like to consider or think about what these people are talking about, and but don't let it discourage you. You know the reason why I didn't. The reason why I didn't take it too much because when I was before I applied as MPA, I watched the video of other YouTubers working for the USPS, and they're telling that USPS, you gotta put your hard work, and you gotta be ready to sacrifice your weekends and your sacrifice your holidays, like Christmas, any federal holidays like that that involves family gathering. You know, if you are a newbie or a MPA, MHA, or anything that is seasonal, you gotta sacrifice some of you're gonna sacrifice those things. Like you're gonna you you have to work 6 days if it is mandatory. You gotta work 12 hours a day if it's mandatory, and you also cannot get paid holiday pay if you are not a regular, or unless it said so in the job description, because MHA get paid if it's holiday, and MPA doesn't. So um, like what I'm saying, don't let this discourage you, but instead let it be a warning that to prepare yourself. You got to be prepared. That you got to prepare your mind. Actually, I mean, your body will hurt if you're not used to working out or doing labor jobs, and all this, it does happen. I'm not saying it didn't happen because it happened to me, but all I'm trying to say here is be prepared before you enter the battle or the war, because it's better that you know something before you enter it, so you know what you are going to go through until you get a permanent position, which is a lifetime benefit for you. You will be secured for life once you get once you be a regular employee. But you have to go through all of these sacrifices. So if you like my video and you learn something new, please give me a thumbs up, please, because the algorithm will know that this type of video is something that people like. And subscribe if you want to, no pressure, but please give me a like. That's my request. Thanks for watching. Bye, until next time.